Staying with South Asia, Sri Lanka's President Anura Kumara Dissanayake is now in China. He kicked off a 4-day state visit to the country on Tuesday, and this marks the leader's first visit to China after taking office. He had visited India last month. On arrival, the president was accorded a ceremonial welcome by the Chinese military, and he was formally received by China's Deputy Foreign Minister Chen Xiaodong. On Wednesday morning, Dissanayake paid tributes at the mausoleum of Mao Zedong, founder of the People's Republic of China. According to Sri Lankan officials, Dissanayake will meet President Xi Jinping today to discuss bilateral ties, after which the two sides are expected to sign agreements to deepen relations. He is also due to meet Premier Li Qiang and Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress of China, Zhao Leji. During the state visit, Dissanayake is scheduled to participate in several key engagements and undertake field visits focused on technological and agricultural developments. The visit also includes high-level business meetings and discussions, a host of issues including permitting Chinese research vessels, Sri Lanka's debt commitments to China, and expansion of the Belt and Road Initiative. Investments are expected to figure in Dissanayake's talks with Xi Jinping. A top Chinese official, Qin Boyong, who visited Dissanayake immediately upon his return from Delhi in December, said that the Chinese companies were eagerly waiting to set themselves up for business at Hambantota port. Now, Dissanayake chose Delhi for his first visit abroad. During his visit to India in December, when he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Dissanayake had assured New Delhi that Colombo would not permit its territory to be used in a manner that is detrimental to the interest of India, in an apparent reference to China. After visiting India in December, that was last month, Sri Lanka's President Anura Kumara Dissanayake is now in China. He kicks off a 4-day state visit to the country, which started yesterday, and today is the day when he's expected to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping. On arrival, the President of Sri Lanka was accorded a ceremonial welcome by the Chinese military, and he was formally received by China's Deputy Foreign Minister. Well, there's a lot on the table during this meeting. Dissanayake is scheduled to participate in several key engagements, undertake field visits focused on technological and agricultural developments. It also includes high-level business meetings and discussions, and a host of issues, which includes permitting Chinese research vessels. Sri Lanka's debt commitments to China is also something that is going to be up for discussion during this meet. Of course, the visuals on your screen are from Anura Kumara Dissanayake's visit to India, which was his first visit overseas after taking office. That visit came in December, and now he is visiting China. A top Chinese official, Qin Boyong, who visited Dissanayake immediately upon his return from Delhi in December, said that the Chinese companies were eagerly waiting to set themselves up for business at Hambantota. Now, Dissanayake chose Delhi for his first visit abroad. All right, for more on this, we are joined by WION's Sri Lanka correspondent, Dasuni Athoda. Dasuni, it's AKD's visit to China and comes after his visit to India. How does he plan to forward Sri Lanka's ties with China going forward?
Sri Lanka has a non-aligned foreign policy when it comes to maintaining diplomatic relations, but it is no secret that relations between Sri Lanka and China have been quite turbulent, especially over the past few years in the wake of Sri Lanka's economic crisis as well. So this is an interesting visit where we are getting a first glimpse of how President Dissanayake will be sort of maintaining these cordial ties with China. And we will certainly get to see on what fronts China will be discussing Sri Lanka on in the next few days as well.
So a lot of engagements have been lined up, and certain Chinese companies have eagerly been waiting to set themselves up for business at Hambantota. Now, we know Hambantota port has been, it has made headlines in the past as well. Any updates on that front, on how these companies plan to proceed further in Hambantota?
Absolutely. There is much talk about the Hambantota port being considered for the use of a container relay market, with sort of experts suggesting that the Chinese-backed port will be looking at moving about 10 million containers within this year and next year, which means that the Hambantota port, which is still backed by China, will be one of the main focal points for China-Sri Lanka relations in the next few years here in Sri Lanka.
That was Dasuni Athoda getting us the latest from Colombo. Thanks so much, Dasuni.